everybody, this is Kenneth Wong, your Burmese language instructor. Welcome to another lesson on reading Burmese. In this episode, I'll introduce you to the second row of the alphabet, along with the E diacritic family, which is made up of the sound E, E, E. Now let's start with the consonants. In this row, the second row, you'll meet sa long, or the round sa, and then sa ling, or the twisted sa. So what's the difference between sa long for sa and sa ling for sa? They're both sibilants, except the second one, sa ling, or the twisted sa, has a sharper, stronger sibilant, a stronger hiss, shall we say. But in daily conversation, really when you're dealing with a local Burmese taxi driver speaking with a bilquid in his mouth, or a vendor with a cigar in her mouth, it's nearly impossible to tell the consonants apart. Only the context will tell you what word or what consonant you're dealing with. Now let's move on to the next two letters. This is zagwe, meaning za with a little split. And the next one is zamienzwe, or za with a rule. You see how the formal names of these letters also describe their shapes? The round sa, the twisted sa, and so on. Zagwe and zamienzwe have the same consonant sound. Z, by the way, is just like the English Z, but they are actually used to spell different words. For example, you use za with a split to write the word zorji, for wizard or alchemist in Burmese folk tales, and za with a rule to write the word ze, for market. The final consonant in this row is nya. This is the same sound as the Spanish N with a little curve on top of it in words like El Niño or La Niña. To be careful, this is not na, by the way, it's nya. By itself, without any diacritics at all, the letter nya is also a word. As a word, it means nighttime, so nya for night. So if I were to read out all the consonants that you've learned in this row, the second row, it's sa, za, nya. Sa, za, nya. If I were to call them out by their formal names, it's sa long, sa ling, zagwe, zamienzwe, and nya. Now let's move on to the diacritic family for the day, the E diacritic family. This big ball on top is called longjitin. In fact, the name quite literally means to put a big ball on top, longjitin. If you add that to a consonant, you get the I vowel sound, the short cut of I vowel sound. For example, if you take the consonant letter sa long, or the round sa for sa, and put the big ball on top, it becomes si, red with a short tone. Now if you add a little eyelid into that big ball, you get the diacritic called longjitin sanka, and that gives you the long tone for E. So if you take the letter sa, put the big ball on top, and then add an eyelid in the middle of it, it becomes si, no longer the short tone si, but it's si, the long tone. And finally, if you add two palates called wisabao or wisanalongbao, it becomes si. Your voice should go up. You have to raise your voice with those two dots, so it becomes si. So if I were to read these three words in this order, it will be si. The word si with a sa letter with a big ball on top with an eyelid. In other words, longjitin sanka. It's read si, right? And that word as a verb means to line up in a queue, as in people lining up to go into a market, or lining up tables all in a row. The same word but written with two dots or two palettes. Wisabao or wisanalongbao is read see. That is the verb to ride, as in riding a train, a car, or a plane. Another example. I'm going to take the letter nya, the consonant nya, and add one big ball on top. That becomes ni, ni, a short tone. However, if I add an eyelid in the middle, that is nya, longjiten, sangka, you get ni, ni. That is the word for younger brother in noun form, or as a verb, ni de means to be aligned, to be equal, to be in sync, to be well matched. To sum up, this is how the E family diacritic works. This is the letter sa. If you take the big ball on top, called longjiten, you get the word si, si. But if you add an eyelid into that big ball, and that's the diacritic called longjiten sangka, now you get si, si, the long tone. Finally, if you add two dots or wisanalongbao to that combination, you get si, si, high tone. You get the verb for to ride. The same thing here. If you take the letter nya, you put longjiten or big ball on top, you get ni, ni. If you add a little eyelid there, you change the big ball into longjiten sangka. You get the long tone. You get ni, ni, the word for younger brother. Finally, if you add two wisanalongbao or two palettes next to it, you get ni, ni. So read all together, these three are si, 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 and these three are ni, ni, ni. That's all for this clip on the second row of the alphabet and the E family diacritic members, consisting E, E, E. Until next time, happy learning Burmese.